Chapter 9. New Friends. Adeline sliced Daisy a piece of water-themed cake. Daisy smiled big and licked her lips. They walked back to Emily's couch and sat down. Marco, Emily, Ada, and Bea were already in the living room, chowing down on Adeline's cake. It had been a month since Halloween, and Adeline was finally ungrounded. Gianna and Daisy had been checked out at the hospital, but doctors found nothing wrong with them. No one could explain what had happened that night. Emily and Adeline smiled at each other. Adeline had thanked her and apologized 1,000,000 times. She would never be able to repay Marco and Emily for sticking with her, even when she was trying to get rid of them. Luckily, instead of Adeline becoming part of Gianna's group had become part of hers. "Is Gianna coming over?" Daisy asked with a mouthful of cake. "No," Adeline said. "I think she still feels bad." "Someday, maybe," Ada said, taking a bite. Suddenly, Adeline started to feel buzzy again, the same feeling she'd had in the cemetery. She excused herself to the bathroom. There she splashed cold water on her face and looked in the mirror. She heard whispers around her. "You thought it was over? Silly girl, it's not over. It will never be over." Her hair stood up on end. Adeline screamed.
Emily and Adeline smiled at each other. Adeline had thanked her and apologized 1,000,000 times. She would never be able to repay Marco and Emily for sticking with her, even when she was trying to get rid of them. Luckily, instead of Adeline becoming part of Gianna's group had become part of hers. "Is Gianna coming over?" Daisy asked with a mouthful of cake. "No," Adeline said. "I think she still feels bad." "Someday, maybe," Ada said, taking a bite. Suddenly, Adeline started to feel buzzy again, the same feeling she'd had in the cemetery. She excused herself to the bathroom. There, she splashed cold water on her face and looked in the mirror. She heard whispers around her. "You thought it was over, silly girl. It's not over. It will never be over." Her hair stood on end. Adeline screamed.